Who are McMaster alumni? From coast to coast in every corner of the world, we work, lead, contribute, and volunteer in all industries and fields of work. We take our community spirit with us, our creativity and technical strengths, along with our unique problem-solving skills, to make a difference for others, collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. McMaster University's alumni community is one of the foundations of our success. Alumni achievements, leadership, and service shape not only the university, but also the communities, industries, and causes they support around the world.
Get involved. So get involved either at McMaster or in community. Understand what you're passionate about. Follow those passions. I know sometimes that sounds cliche, but it often works. Start to build that network through that involvement. So as I get involved, that means starting to build that network. Again, I was very fortunate to be given many opportunities in that initial 10 years with the city of Hamilton. Ended up working twice or two different times for the city of Hamilton for a little over 20 years in total. But my point being is that there were mentors along the way. So when you get involved, you meet some great individuals who will mentor if you're willing to open yourself up for that. But my key message is get involved.
Well, I think the first thing is that they chose a really good area, because nursing is a wonderful profession, not just because it gives you the opportunity to work with people and help people, but it also is a springboard to all kinds of other professions. You can never go wrong, I don't think, with the knowledge that you acquired while you were in nursing. So I would really encourage them to enjoy their excellent choice, but also to think out of the box in terms of how they might use this education in a wide variety of things.
The best way to seek out opportunity and take advantage of those things that are in front of you is kind of, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to take some risks. And most importantly, I think, use your network of McMaster alumni, use your network and talk to people. Talk to them about what they're doing what they've done in their career, what's happening in their industry, things that they've learned, mistakes that they've made. But go out and talk to people. I actually found that to be one of the most, for me personally, difficult, because I am an introvert. But at a point in time when I was out working for a little while, I spoke to a colleague, actually a gentleman that had actually hired me, and he says, the best thing you can do is build your network and go out and talk to people. Talk to them about what's happening in the industry, about their experiences. And it's really hard to do initially, but you'll find that once you start, it will actually flow, and they'll introduce you to other people that you probably would be interested in talking to. And that's actually how I entered the industry that I'm in right now, is just through that process, just getting out and talking to people. So I think it's really important.
It's Nelson Mandela's quote, "Make your choices reflect your dreams, not your fears." And that's one of those truths that, the longer you live, the louder that saying is for me. Fear is loud and it's persuasive, and it shows up disguised as logic and practicality and all these other things, whispering like, play it safe, and you can't afford to fail, or what if it doesn't work? And before you know it, you're just living a life that you didn't really intend to live, a life of regret instead of chasing possibilities. And your dreams really need your attention. They ask you to take the risk and make the leap. And I think if your choices throughout aren't really aligned with your dreams, your visions that you want to manifest, then you're just managing your fears. You're not really living your life.
I think the most important thing to remember is to have empathy for others, because empathy encourages us to be kind. It encourages us to be inclusive. It encourages us to be compassionate and non-judgmental. And if we have those core values and we carry them with us every single day, I think we can work towards peace in the world. if we all remember to have empathy.
Look, if you've had the privilege of being about to or having crossed the convocation stage, really take the time to look at what got you there. You've already won by getting to this moment, but now it's about what you do next. And there's a difference between confidently striding across that stage, knowing that you said yes to everything you possibly could. And there's a difference between just getting by. And this is another thing on the list. And I would encourage all of you, because I've done convocations that fit into both categories. I would encourage all of you to think back to what would have made you more confident, or what put that pep in your step. And for me, it's usually been that I can look myself in the mirror and say, I said yes to everything that this opportunity offered me. I gave 110%, maybe not every day, maybe not every hour, but to the experience, I gave myself over to it. And I think that's where post-secondaries and institutions are really impactful, but that's where life is really impactful as well. So I encourage you, if maybe you said a half-hearted yes, or maybe you said a full-bore yes, to continue that analysis and continue that energy into your next steps, because you won't regret it for sure.
Today we welcome the newest members to this vibrant alumni community that stretches across the globe. Like every class before them, they will look to build their future with ambition and optimism, and at times, some apprehension. The class of 2025 student experience was one that was touched by the global pandemic and armed students with opportunities to learn adaptability and build resilience as they adjusted to those unique set of challenges. Let's hear from some of this year's graduates as they reflect on their time at McMaster.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. Thank you, Mama and Tata, for everything that you did for me these last 4 years. I'm so grateful for you supporting me, and I wouldn't have been able to graduate without you guys. I also want to say thank you to my friends and my partner for supporting me through everything. It's been hard and long, but you guys were there for me in really tough times, and I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys.
To my loved ones, my parents, my sister, my boyfriend, my noni, and my other family and friends. Thank you so much for supporting me through the ups and downs of university. Your love and encouragement have inspired me to be the person that I am today, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I know that all of the skills and everything that I've learned here throughout my time at university will carry me beyond my time at McMaster, and I'm very thankful and grateful to see what comes next. So I have lots of very special and memorable memories from my time at McMaster. I've been very involved with my faculty for the Social Sciences Society, so I have some great memories there. I was actually the lead role in the musical for the first ever Social Sciences musical, so that was also really fun.
My favorite memory at Mac was MacFest. Graduating out of COVID, we didn't get to have our graduation. It was incredibly awesome to see our entire Mac community come together for MacFest at the end of the semester, especially 2 years out of COVID. That memory really solidified the community that I found at Mac, and I really credit my parents for that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother. The mother who was there for me even when I couldn't fully be there for myself. The mother who was there for me the nights I was cramming for an anatomy midterm the next day, who would deliver chai to my room because she knew I wanted that even when I didn't tell her. She could read my mind even when I couldn't read my own. I want to give a shout out to the mother who's been there for me these past 4 years of university and who continues to be there for me throughout every single moment of my life. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for being the person I give a shout out to today. And if there is a favorite memory that I have from these past 4 years, it's my memory in the mundane moments of these past 4 years. Because sometimes it's those mundane moments that make the most special memories. And I think that mundane moment that comes to my mind right now has been those moments right before an exam, when everyone is cramming in IWC, stressing out about their midterm, about their exam that they have. And there's so many different emotions in that room. But at the core of each and every single one of those emotions is community. It's when we all come together with from so many different programs, from so many different backgrounds, from so many different emotions, and we all come there for that one shared purpose. And that one shared purpose is to learn. It's sometimes just to pass, but it's also to just come together and just to celebrate those small wins of our lives, such as having another exam, having the opportunity to learn. And so that's definitely one of my favorite moments at McMaster.
My Mac experience couldn't be possible without people like my dad, my friends, and even supervisors who I like to call Auntie Sonia. And some of my favorite memories are really simple things like sitting down at the track and having lunch with my friends.
One of my favorite memories about McMaster has to be when I first stepped into the research lab. That moment changed my path and put me in the path that I'm following today to pursue my master's. I also will always cherish the lettuce eating competition that I did with my friends, in which we all just stand in front of the YHE field to eat a lettuce all together. So I'm very thankful to McMaster.
I want to thank my mother and my father and my late grandmother, as each of them have been there for me throughout it all. They have gave me hope when I felt lost. They gave me hugs when I needed comfort, and they loved me unconditionally no matter what my grades were in first year. I want to specifically thank my mother for her unconditional love and for always giving me room to grow. She has always provided patience and time and never ever turned her shoulder towards me. I want to thank you, Mom, for everything that you have done. I would not be here graduating without you. It has all just been a crazy experience, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my family, as they are my rock for absolutely everything. And I know, like, at the end of the day, wherever I go from here, I know that I will always be running back to my home where I will find my mom and dad with open arms. I met such amazing lifelong friends and a wonderful partner, and they have given me the opportunity to really experience what healthy relationships should be in life. And if it wasn't for meeting these people, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And whether it was like restless nights at Thode Library or just the simplicity of walking around campus and feeling like I am possible of achieving great things in life, it's going to be very hard to say goodbye to McMaster and Hamilton, and I'm quite sad about it, but I know that those memories will actively live in my mind for the rest of my life.
Hello, class of 2025. We are graduates now. Congratulations to everyone. And before anything, I would like to thank people who made this journey unforgettable for me. My parents, my friends, my roommate, and everyone in between. Being an international student, I would always look forward to coming back home, and that's what my motivation was, to give my best to my semester. And to my friends that I made from all different parts of the world, thank you so much. Staying up late night with you guys studying, preparing our cheat sheets, and trying out different restaurants. These are all memories which I'm gonna cherish forever.
I want to thank my roommates who have been with me since my very first day at McMaster. They've gotten me through a lot of really tough times. I also want to thank Dr. Jessica Maxwell, who has given me so many opportunities I never thought I'd have the opportunity to have. And my mom, who has gotten me through a lot of really hard times as well. She's the reason I'm here, the reason I've gotten through my 4 years here. And my best memory at McMaster has been probably Welcome Week 2024. I had the chance to plan Welcome Week 2024 with the Faculty of Social Sciences and 2 other planners, Sarah and Savannah. And we got to hire a really amazing group of reps and work with them, and that was amazing. And we also got to work with faculty planners from all the other different faculties, which was so amazing, and so amazing to meet them and work with them, and it was just the greatest experience ever.
I would really like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there for me and supporting me whenever I need a hand, and also my friends I've made in BDC, especially like Karina and Josh, who's always been there supporting me, whether it's through my trials and tribulations or even like through the exciting moments and supporting me all through McMaster. And one of my favorite memories at McMaster was definitely Welcome Week when I was a representative for the science faculty. I really enjoyed my time there, really helping first year students. I remember myself in first year and how different I am like now, and I'm so glad because of the McMaster community. It really brought out my personality, and I'm just so thankful for my experiences there.
I'd have to say my memory of a special McMaster memory would be just anytime I had to walk around campus in the evening with my friends. So if that was walking from badminton intramurals or like walking from a New Spring Club meeting, I just felt like we had so many great conversations and interactions whenever my friends and I would just like walk home to the bus stop or like walk each other home. It felt very wholesome and beautiful.
My favorite memory from McMaster was being a part of Welcome Week and welcoming over 600 first years to Brandon residents, being able to plan all of their events and help them settle into their new home for the next 4 years.
I want to thank my mom and dad for all their unwavering support throughout my time here at McMaster. Mom, thank you so much for all the time you spent cooking and freezing meals for me so I could have a taste of home at school while you were far away. And Dad, thank you so much for all the hours you spent in the car driving me to and from school. I appreciated all that time we spent together, even though it was so early in the morning. One of my favorite memories at McMaster was participating in Welcome Week. I did it all 3 years since second year, and it was such an amazing experience to have a community of such inclusive, welcoming people. Usually you can't find as many amazing people in one place at one time as I did during Welcome Week, and I'm so grateful for all the memories we made together, and I'll never forget all the cheers that we did together. My favorite one might be when I found out there were other Latinos on campus, like getting to know them. I remember the first Olas event that I went, which now I'm president, which is crazy to think. But we were learning how to dance bachata and merengue, but I already knew how to dance, so I had to act like I didn't to feel more at home in the environment. So we were dancing and I was just making fun of the instructor, which was a friend of mine, with my friends, and I was being obnoxiously loud and making every step bigger than it had to be. And I just remember feeling like I had found home outside of home, in a community, in a place that I never expected to find a community that was so bright, joyful, and that felt just like I needed to be like around, like just the right amount of people, just the right amount of love, just the right amount of care. It was amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I still remember that day, and it still brings a smile to my face every time I think about it. So that is kind of my memory.
I guess there were moments where it's like moments where you just feel like everyone's in the grind with you and in the hustle with you, whether it's staff, faculty, or students. I feel like those moments really meant the most because you realize it's really not an individual journey. Everyone's running the race together and we're all like holding each other's hands through it. So, yeah.
I want to say thank you to my brother and my amazing boyfriend. Thank you guys for always being there for me. And I wanted to say a special thank you to my mom. I know you can't be here by my side today, but I know you're always looking down on me.
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and thank them for all their support through the years, especially by driving me to school.
So today I would like to thank my mom and dad who are here and my siblings for all the love and support they have shown me over the past 4 years. Every text, call, and visit has meant so much to me, more than I can describe.
Shout out to Dr. James Ingram for teaching me all about political theory and inspiring me to pursue that in the future.
I always knew university would teach me a lot, but what I didn't expect was that my greatest lessons wouldn't be from the textbooks, but from the people that made this journey unforgettable. Mom, Dad, this degree isn't just mine, it's yours as well. Your unwavering support, your love, it didn't go unnoticed, and it shaped me to be the person that I am today, and I couldn't have done it without you.
One of my special memories from university, specifically at McMaster, is Light Up the Night, and I think it was really an amazing time with all my friends that came out. We took pictures at the photo booth, we went on the Ferris wheel, we had some good food that day, and I truly think it was very wholesome to have this moment with all of you.
I would like to shout out to First Love Jesus for helping me get through university because it's already hard. And then I would love to shout out to my mom, my dad, my 2 amazing sisters, and my friends and New Spring community for always being there for me. I would love to shout out to all the friends that I made in computer engineering and management as well. Y'all are real ones, y'all are troopers, and y'all are amazing. To all the professors that have helped me through my undergrad as well, I would really love to thank you for helping me get through university.
Life-changing.
Resilience.
Community and inclusion.
Finding family.
Home. Second home.
The best years.
Rewarding.
Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Very loving.
Adventure.
Growth.
Incredibly rewarding.
Beautifully chaotic.
Heartwarming.
Diversity.
Transformative.
Transformative.
Community.
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 Unforgettable.
Thank you, class of 2025. We are confident you will continue to make us proud, and we are so excited to see where you will go, what you will create, how you will advance and innovate, and where you will make your unique impact, making a brighter world for us all. And to echo the sentiments of our graduands, thank you to all the supporters out there who played such an important role in bringing us to this occasion today. We celebrate you along with your graduate today, and we share your pride. And graduands, remember, your formal time at McMaster may have come to a close, but you are now a member of the McMaster Alumni Association, and we are here wherever you want to connect. Stay in touch, keep your email up to date, and learn about all that your Alumni Association offers you. Welcome to the network of a lifetime.
Graduands and guests, please rise as you are able for the academic procession.
I declare that the 662nd Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Acting Provost and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences. And this afternoon, I have the great pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming all of you, graduates and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and the Haudenosaunee nations and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must all remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urged for the peaceable sharing of the Earth's resources. We must also not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only one small step on our shared path towards reconciliation. And I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today's proceedings by acknowledging some of the notable leaders joining me on stage today. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranilovic, Vice Provost International Affairs, Dr. Bonnie Bauer, Vice Provost Teaching and Learning, Dr. Catherine Anderson, Associate Vice President, Academic Planning and Finance, Ms. Melissa Poole, Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Gianni Parisi, and a number of Associate Deans, Chairs, faculty members, and of course, honored guests. Before we start our formal program, I kindly ask everyone in the hall to switch off any electronic device that may ring or beep during the ceremony. I would now like to call upon Chancellor Santi Smith to make her own welcoming remarks and then to deliver the Thanksgiving address.
Nyawa, thank you, Provost Hurley. Sego Sewaguego, greetings everyone. Wat Kwanualado, welcome honored guests, staff, families, friends, colleagues, McMaster and Mohawk College faculty members, visitors from Wilfrid Laurier University, and most importantly, graduands. What a wonderful day it is to come together to share and to celebrate achievements and to extend our gratitude. As we celebrate today, let us acknowledge the land on which we gather, a land with deep history, culture, stories, and knowledge systems that continue to teach us. May this moment inspire us to walk forward with humility, curiosity, and the courage to make meaningful contributions to the world. I'm pleased to begin the ceremony with the Ohando Galiwat, the words spoken before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving Address in Ganyakeha, the Mohawk language. Se watohosios ne gat ne galiwesa, ne ona ne angali hohetste ne ganawala donsula. These words of wisdom intend to unite our mind and our hearts, to give thanks, to affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness to all entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities for sustaining nature's delicate balance, and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. Dayatinu walaro ne ongwe su'a. We offer greetings and gratitude to the people, human beings, our ancestors, our family and friends, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to our Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our bodies, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. We offer thanks to the fish life who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines which help to purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. We offer thanks to the insects who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. We offer gratitude to our sustenance foods for the nourishment and the medicine they provide us, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and our gratitude to the fruit life who help to nourish our body and so that we know the sweetness of life, so be it in our minds. We offer our greetings and gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us, and who are our teachers and our guides, so be it in our minds. We offer thanks to the birds whose beautiful singing help to uplift our spirits and bring peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the trees. We can't live without the oxygen they provide us, and their roots and sap provide us with nourishment and cleansing for our body. And we are grateful for their shelter and shade, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. And through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of seasons and the messages about the environment. So be it in our minds. We give thanks to the grandfather thunderers who purify the air and awaken the earth and awaken us. The powerful voice of grandfather thunderers and lightning bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains. So be it in our minds. Tatsi dawanualaro ne anjangene galakwa eto nayonto hagetne nagwat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to our eldest brother, the sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with energy, protection, and sunshine for all living entities. So be it in our minds. Daiti nualaro ne asatanega wat nirele eto nayonto hagetne nagwat nigula. We give thanks and acknowledge Grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and for her powerful pull on our waters, governing of cycles of women and birth. So be it in our minds. We offer greetings and acknowledge the stars, the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look into the nighttime sky. So be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to our protectors, our spiritual guardians, who provide us with clarity of mind and peace in our hearts. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanuwalaro ne gansant stansar goa sauyela eto nayonto hagetne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to creation, the Great Spirit, the immense creative energy that lives and moves in every entity and lives and moves in all of us. Da eto niukawanage, da eto. This is a very short and humble address to acknowledge as a reminder of the immensity of creation, how the human beings are just a small part. In recognizing the entire breadth and depth of addressing the natural world, I may have overlooked a few things, a few entities. So I invite you to reflect and give thanks to anything that I may have missed. It is our reminder of our responsibilities as protectors of nature and active upholders of skana. And skana means peace and balance in Kanya Geha. To cultivate peace and balance within us in relationship to kin, community, the environment, and all of our non-human relatives. Addressing our interdependence is necessary to sustain our world in a good way. We thank everything in creation, everything upon which we depend to get us to this very moment. In gratitude and celebration, we are here to acknowledge your achievements. Convocation is a time to reflect on stories and actions that have shaped us, stories of perseverance, resilience, and connection. It is also an invitation to imagine stories yet to be written, roles you will embody, and your own impact rippling out into the world. Today marks a moment of transition, a threshold where one chapter ends and another begins. Each of you has journeyed through challenges, triumphs, learning, growth to arrive here. But no journey unfolds alone. Along the way, you've had many helpers, teachers who inspired, mentors who guided, friends who uplifted, and loved ones who stood by you with unwavering support. And to all the supporters, we say Nyawa Goa. Thank you very much. As we step through this threshold, may you carry with you the lessons and the guidance and the gratitude of all those who walked alongside of you. And to the graduands, take this moment to celebrate Fully embrace this achievement. We look forward to witnessing the unique gifts you will bring to this world as thoughtful, responsible, and visionary contributors to our shared future. Best wishes to you all. Yo Yanale, congratulations, and please enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I would now like to introduce the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Gianni Parisi, to make his own welcoming remarks and to then present the honorary degree recipient.
Thank you, Dr. Hurley, and good afternoon, distinguished guests, proud parents, family and friends, and most importantly, the graduands. Graduands, why don't you start by giving yourselves a round of applause? And that was okay. I've heard louder during Welcome Week. Why don't we try that one more time? A little more enthusiasm. There we go. Now, importantly, why don't we also give a round of applause to your family and friends who are with us today? Know that Convocation is as much for them as it is for you. So as acting dean, I have the authority to make 3 final requests. And so just when you thought it was over, a little more homework. And the first official request is don't just enjoy this moment. Make sure you celebrate it. All too often, we move on to the next leg of our journey before we take a moment to reflect and appreciate what we've accomplished. Make sure you relish this accomplishment, and together with your family and friends, take the time to celebrate. Know that, yes, your graduation is a significant accomplishment. Know that you are a big deal to your family and to all of us at the Faculty of Science at McMaster University. Here's one way to fully appreciate what you've achieved and how far you've come. Think back to your first day, your first week, and your first month at university. How'd you feel? Were you confident and excited? A little overwhelmed? And not entirely sure of what you were doing? Let's see a show of hands. Yeah, me too, just about every day. Now reflect on everything you learned, everything you did, and everyone you met along the way during your remarkable and amazing journey. That's your first assignment. Really celebrate this milestone with your family and friends. Enjoy the moment for all it's worth. My second official request to each and every one of you is to understand that there's no question you made your mark at McMaster University, both in and beyond the classroom and the lab. Many of you took on leadership roles. Despite all the work on your plate, you still made time to serve on and even lead committees and projects. You didn't have to do any of that, but you chose to. Now you need to do it all over again. Go and make your mark wherever you find yourself next, whether that's grad school, medical school, out in the workplace, wherever it may be. There are endless discoveries waiting to be made, problems to be solved, opportunities to be seized, lives to change. Think big and make a difference. All of this is waiting for you. Be the example that others want to follow. Many people helped get you here. As we all know, science is a team effort. It's not something you do on your own. So now it's your turn to help others. I have no doubt that many of you did this during your time at Mac. Please keep it up. Do even more of it. Right now, there's someone out there who needs your vote of confidence, your reassurance, your guidance, your perspective, someone who needs to be seen and heard. You have so much to offer. Please be generous in doing for others what was done for you. You made a difference here. Please keep doing it out there. And here's my final request. While waiting for your turn to walk across the stage, I want you to think of that one person who was instrumental in getting you here. I realize this may be hard because there are so many people who made a difference. But I want you to reach out to one person. Thank that person who gave you a vote of confidence when you needed it the most, who gave you some invaluable advice, guidance, and insight at a critical moment, who gave you kind words or who cared enough to have that difficult and honest conversation that challenged you to aim higher and do better. I had a few of those when I was a student at Mac. Within the next week, I want you to write a note or letter to that person. Tell them exactly how they made a difference in your life, how they contributed to your success in a big or small way, how through their words and actions they inspired you to be a great scientist and even better human being. I can assure you that they will keep your note or letter. Many professors display these notes in their offices. I've received a few notes of thanks over the years from students. It means more than you will ever know. An attitude of gratitude will serve you well, not just in your career, but throughout your life. Be quick and generous to give thanks. So those are my 3 requests of you. Celebrate the moment with your family and friends. It's a really big deal. Treat it that way. This is not the time to be modest or to immediately jump to the next challenge. Savor the moment. It was years in the making. Keep making an impact beyond McMaster. Be the example that others follow. You made a difference here. Keep doing it out there. And give thanks to that one person at Mac who was the president of your fan club, who helped you unlock your full and true potential. On behalf of everyone in the Faculty of Science, it was an absolute privilege and honor to have you as a student. We can't wait to see what you'll do next. And based on all that you've done at Mac, we know it's going to be an incredible encore. After all, you are a really big deal. Never forget that. Thank you. I would now like to present our honorary degree recipient. Chancellor Smith, by the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Dr. Julie Lefebvre. Julie Lefebvre earned her PhD in theoretical physics at McMaster University, focusing on the then new field of chaos and quantum chaos. After completing a postdoctoral appointment at Washington State University and working as a scientist at McDonald, Detweiler and Associates, Dr. Lefebvre moved to the Canadian Civil Service, where she has spent the last 3 decades as a scientist and leader in different capacities. Dr. Lefebvre spent 20 years with Defense R&D Canada, eventually becoming Director General of Science and Technology Joint Force Development in 2013, after previously working with teams including the Network Information Operations Section and the Attack Detection and Analysis Group. She moved to the National Research Council of Canada in 2019 as the Director General of the Security and Disruptive Technology Research Centre, and in 2023 added 2 additional centres to her portfolio, the Nanotechnology Research Centre and the Advanced Electronics and Photonics Research Centre. Later that year, Dr. Lefebvre became the NRC Vice President for the Emerging Technology Division, which includes oversight of the Hertzberg Astronomy and Astrophysics Research Centre, the Quantum and Nanotechnologies Research Centre, and the Metrology Research Centre, along with the Canadian Photonics Fabrication Centre. As one of only 3 female vice presidents appointed within the NRC in the organization's more than 100-year history, Dr. Lefebvre has been keen and effective champion for issues related to equity, diversity, and inclusion. She is, for example, the current NRC co-champion for women in STEM. During her career in the Federal Civil Service, Dr. Lefebvre has been formally recognized with honors, including the Leadership and Creative Management Award, the People Management Excellence Award, and the 5 Eyes International Award. Dr. Julie Lefebvre is one of the most respected and influential scientists in the Canadian Civil Service. She has built her career at the intersection of our society's most challenging technological issues and Canada's national interests and security. Chancellor Smith, I ask that you recognize Dr. Lefebvre's work and influence by conferring upon her the 2nd McMaster degree on her curriculum vitae, a Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Julie Lefebvre, by the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would now like to invite Dr. Lefebvre to deliver the convocation address.
Well, Chancellor Smith, President, Vice President Farrar, distinguished faculty, graduates, honored guests, and of course, family and friends, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for this honor. It is indeed great to be back at McMaster. Years ago, I pursued my PhD here in theoretical physics, and I would have never dreamt of receiving a second doctorate, and particularly since this one took me 30 years. I must be slowing down a little bit. Well, congratulations to all of you for your accomplishments. This is your moment. It took courage and perseverance, and you did it. And it's a pleasure to be sharing this moment with you. And I know from experience that you are very well equipped with your degree from McMaster, because it provided me with the solid foundation upon which I built my scientific career. And in choosing to study here, you actually have chosen wisely. I'd like to thank the wonderful team of professors of the Department of Physics and Astronomy for creating that supporting environment where I could thrive and develop as a physicist, and for believing in me to this day with the nomination of this honorary degree. So back in my day, the hallways of the Arthur Bournes building, or ABB, do you still call that ABB? I think it's still ABB, is it? Okay, well, it had offices, that integrated graduate students and faculty teams, and that stayed with me and formed the basis of my leadership philosophy. Everyone has an important role to play, and it's the integration of that team that makes all the difference. So the majority of my career was with the Federal Public Service, first as a researcher, and I was developing algorithms to find malicious activity on computer networks at the Department of National Defense, but eventually became an executive leader, leading a division of 4 research centers at the National Research Council. And my division focuses on physical sciences, including astronomy, quantum physics, advanced materials, and semiconductor devices. And our job is to ensure that through science and engineering, we help to improve the lives of all Canadians. Making a difference is what drives me to go to work every day. And who doesn't want to go see cool science, and making an impact from coast to coast to coast. So speaking of cool science, I had the pleasure of touring the McMaster nuclear reactor yesterday with Professor Golan, and seeing the remarkable instrumentation, the materials research, and the production of medical isotopes. So overall, my job back at NRC is both complex and exciting. It is geographically dispersed. It involves multiple teams, including universities like McMaster, industry, and international partners, and it requires multidisciplinary science and engineering, diverse teams, and more important than ever, it's important that we focus on building a strong science foundation for Canada. And I'm grateful for my colleagues, supervisors, and mentors, past and present, from whom I am continually learning and developing. Now, looking back, it may seem that there was some kind of a linear path to success, but I'll tell you, in 1997, nearing the end of a 3-year postdoc at Washington State University, my husband Jeff and I made a very hard decision. Jeff had been offered a postdoc at Johns Hopkins University, and we had a 4-month-old daughter, Michelle, and 2 dogs. And we were anxious about facing another 3 years without, permanent positions. And so we both decided to abandon our academic path and move back to Ottawa with no jobs and no clue what that future would hold. But long story short, I'm here today with Jeff, my daughter Michelle, both McMaster graduates, my 2 other daughters, Lorianne and Pascal, my sister-in-law Lori, my friend Peter, and also a McMaster grad, who I have known and worked with since we had offices next to each other as grad students in 1990. And in the end, it all worked out. And so if you're worried about the fact that you haven't gotten everything figured out yet, that's okay. Most of us follow paths that have many, twists and turns. I'd like to acknowledge the supporting role that my family and friends have played, much like yours. I wouldn't be here without them. And in particular, my mom, dad encouraged me to pursue a career in science and instilled in me the desire to help others. Or perhaps, maybe I should say more accurately, instilled in me their words of wisdom, often during a long car ride where I was completely captive. I guess there's some similarities here, right? With what I'm doing today from this podium. I acknowledge we're not in a car. But I'm going to convey just a few words of wisdom before I make my way. Your degree from McMaster proves that you are a strong scientist. And there will be more opportunities out there than you might even imagine today. Find your purpose. Just do good work and until maybe it finds you, because that may lead you to the road less traveled, as it did for me. Develop your curiosity, try not to be judgmental, and of course, be kind to others. Remember that different perspectives and lived experiences can come together to produce the most successful projects and teams. So stay connected with your mentors, your colleagues and friends as they make a difference in your path. Hold on to the concept of teams, the power of diversity, and be supportive of the people around you. Make a difference wherever you are. And rest assured that we'll be wishing you success as you move along your way. And so big congratulations, do good things, and have interesting lives. Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you, Dr. Lefebvre. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to present the graduates to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Graduates, if you are able, please stand. This is the best part of the ceremony. They turn the lights up and we can actually see you. Chancellor Smith, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degree upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduates, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I now ask each of you to join me on stage so the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster Community of Scholars. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of the graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Danielle Silvia Montocchio. Garrett McGregor Nunn. Han Bao. Sunny Chibuzor Ezdech. Mohammed Russell Sheikh. Mohammed Chaposhlu. Brendan Lawrence McEwen. Christina Marcella Puccinelli.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science. Vicky Wan Shi Chao. Rebecca Dawn Carvalho Martin. Emily Wong. Angelina Ann Abbey Dowd. Maya Ray Marshman Moore. Tanisha Sharma. Maya Bramwell Kavachov. Jalen Sebastian Aaron Lead Bailey. Joshua Lucas Schlichting. Renata Soljmosi. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Applied Science. Mariam Abdur Rehman. Fatima Abid. Jessica Inyola Agboladi. Arij Ali. Samana Batul Ali Khan. Noor Al-Nahl. Adriana Grace Batalich. Shailene Elizabeth Benesa. Christina Lily Bennett. Caitlin Elizabeth Benny. Brittany Biederman. Annika Lee Bogart. Natalie Elizabeth Borelli. Alexa Margaret Cairns. Tess Georgia Bouchier Campbell. Savannah Lynn Card. Naomi Paulina Chong. Mahira Chowdhury. Dylan Michael Chu. Christina Marie Clark. Luciana Claros Yaldin. Emily Jane Crawford. Justin Stewart Cross. Emily Ann Chudny. Melania Vesna Cvijetic. Stephanie Angelina Daversa. Gabrielle de Lazade Castano. Chloe Isabel de Leon. Alia Neha de Piena. Shauna Helena Diaz. Kate Dominica de Mello. Tia Ewad. Delia Sarah Fairley. Safia Abdifite Farah. Ashlyn Mia Finley. Holly May Fisher Shotton. Vanessa Selena Fonrose. Locini Rebecca Fonseca. Grace Christy French. Julia Gallant. Jocelyn Gundam. Isabella Garcia Sierra. Foy Kim Jiang. Gudyal Kaur Gill. Jill Lindsay Ann Goal. Nikki Golnari. Jess Eleni Rose Gonidis. Mia Nicole Gubels. Ruby Gubekjan. Madhubanti Urbana Haida. Fatima Hamid. Armin Hashmi. Alisa Marie Henry. Jersey Hill. Charisma Salim Hirji. Harmony Monica Catherine Hood. Adrian Yun Kiang Hu. Susan Hu. Leo Huang. Elaine Wynn. Abeyuwa Osayanmo Imaseka. Ella Mia Jackson. Deria Kara. Yagmur Kara. Nidhi Kipa Nasaril. Lana Saman Koshno. Vanessa Faith Kurtz. Daniela Lachan. Leah Leblanc. Victoria Lee. Talia Lees. Ethan Edward Lezon. Rachel Linthorne. Jackie Jack Liu. Nicole Angela MacDonald. Sandra Elise Mugrich. Sadvika Mangat. Jessica Manuel. Avery Alexandra Maxine. Haley Amber McCormick. Amanda Metran Carvalho. Marco Yakov Mezak. May Mirashimi. Alia Eleanor Mooney. Olivia Aiko Shiraga Morgan. Maya Mozaria. Gentiania Muhadiera. Alison Catherine Murray. Vaishnavi Muragafas. Yara Arfan Natik. Huria Nazakat. Samsanka Nlovo. Erin May Nolan. Emily Victoria Novasad. Yambakam Elizabeth Nyangani. Chioma Victoria Okonkwo. Kushi Patel. Prachi Patel. Stacey Ann Pereira. Dante Nicholas Procopio. Paula Isabel Laura Ramos. John Carl Lopez Raimundo. Ashley Redding. Lola Ray Rooney. Yusra Rosanali. Karina Alexandra Runko. Mia Rosalie Sadko. Lady Michaela Gamboa Cyrus. Mercedes Elizabeth Paula Sampson. Ava Madeline Petra Francis Savio. Danielle Shell. Stephanie Vanusha Kumar. Jessica Lynn Simpson. Aman Singh. Sydney Grace Smith. Fatima Sohail. Erica Lee Steenhus. Ashlyn Elizabeth Jacoba Stewart. Biden Leon Summers. Vivian Elise Sutanto. Hannah May Swetnam. Mariam Seed. Karen Ihab Farid Tifuk. Tristan Nicole Till. Sabrina Usmani. Clara van Bellingen. Isabel Marie Villarruel. Pancudi Tejas Diaz. Thalia Evarista Marie Waite. Shindy Wang. Joshua William Waters. Elisa Caitlin Wheeler. Eugenia Wu. Alina Zakharicheva. Brittany Diane Zaretsky. Tara Zaric. Yining Zhu. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Science. Sana Abdullah. Sakina Abidi. Celeste Ann Abraham. Jennifer Abraham. Bliona Adimaj. Oluwa Fiku Noyomi Tamilore Adem Akinere. Samuel Tristan Caballero Agpawa. Ayesha Ahmed. Ramin Ahmed. Nicholas Alexa. Huda Al-Hamami. Neha Ali. Ethan Prithiv Aloysius. Mason James Alp. Yassine Al-Salim. Michelle Kathleen Valente Alves. Rand Alwazan. Elena Amand. Betul Celine Azdemir. Ashnawi Asokan. Amber Sky Austin. Victoria Ludwika Baginski. Jordan Kenneth Baker. Justin Baker. Oluwa Sola Funmi Emmanuel Balogan. Luca Banaru. Pranawi Bandari. Avneet Kaur Bansal. Luisa Accioli Barbosa. Nadine Barone. Alessia Battisti. Tega Chidri Bazunu. Timur Rinat Begaliev. Emma Bennett. Patricia Berafati. Hermanshi Bandari. Ishan Batal. Emma Biblia. Ahmed Al-Bin Mahous. Maisha Gabrielle Black. Gwyneth Bolter. Sofia Bondarenko. Nima Kaur Bopare. Marissa Francesco Bowles. Ashlyn Georgina Elizabeth Bowser. Janya Alexis Brown. Laura Elizabeth Brown. Annette Irene Biersky. Emily Olivia Cacchioni. Francesca Isabella Caputo. Athena Victoria Caridi. Celise Julia Crass. Ma Rafaela May Mileska Kayabyab. Emily Seniti. Manmeet Kaur Chadja. Taylor Chan. Banuja Chandra Uthayan. Hiba Sabir Chowdhury. Taha Ahmed Chima. Velika Chen. Kira Chevry Sato. Elise Autumn Chu. Dayun Choi. Latisha Choi. Zainab Choksi. Isabel Elaine Josas Taniel. Thea Isabel Mutik Chu. Jason Chung. Anastasia Chuprakova. Matthew Clayland. Theodore Collins. Mia Suzanne Conway. Anastasia Genevieve Cornea. Catalina Jennifer Kostyuk. Isabella Crescenzi. Madeline Cronin. Michael Croteau. Mei Ling Cumming. Caitlin Victoria da Costa. Farah Marie Daluz. Hairong Helen Dang. Sanuki Dasanayaka. Matthew Davidson. Maria de Lazari Carter. Gorleen Kaur Daliwal. Jordan Angeli Diaz. Mackenzie Elizabeth Dorgello. Sophie Douglas. Leo Andreas Ducharme. Sandra Eldo. Kristen Elizabeth Elver. Robert Jasper Gore Esquadro. Aaron Michael Fabi. Samuel Adam Fanaki. Mariam Farouki, Niusha Fazeli, Eva J. Fedema, Jason Mariano Estrella Ferreira, David Figueroa, Sofia Fomenko, Chiara Maria Fricano, Ashni Gandiram, Tanu Gangiredi, Emily Rebecca Gall, Thelma Peripameni Be, Zach Geddes, Daniela Jansante, Gurtash Singh Gill, Seema Kaur Gill, Abby Jura, Alexandra Giuliano, Zoe Glendon, Jonathan Andrew Goberdan, Ella Gertz, Beatrice Gupil, Nicole Grigorieva, Mimi Guilleres, Fatima Gulab, Xiao Tang Devin Guo, Giselle Hajar, Talat Hakim, Jack Charles Hanhan, Dahia Magid Mohammed Mahmoud Hassan, Ahmed Hatem, Cindy Hay, Julianne Hannah Fox Heitelman, Silani Joy Henry, Hannah Hyderi, Danya Hilfi, Michelle Hines, Miranda Hodder, Sierra Holman, Jaden Zoe Hounsell, Snowy Hu, Caitlin Petronella Humber, Jessica Hoore, Jasmine Melody Thornhill, Emma Joanna Hooson, Amy Hutchinson, Sandy Wynn, Michael Sean Ikocha, Kevin Ireland, Julia Isa, Sarah Megu Jagobin, Yoshika Yaswal, Zihan Jia, Amy Elizabeth Johnston, Christina Kanampuja, Amali Inga Kane, Anmol Kanwar, Natasha Kasamali, Matthew Kastanis, Gosharan Kaur, Sean Marie Ella Kelly, Anela Kennedy Williams, Fiza Nadim Khan, Mizgan Khan, Vanya Navid Khan, Shuili Kana, Jessica Khoury, Gurpreet Kaur Kurme, Kyle Hisu Kim, Mackenzie Kingma, Kaylee Lynn Kloppenberg, Megan Ann Close, Chloe Ko, Natasha Kovlenovich, Jennifer Marie Kralis, Tyler Kwan, Bianca Lagura, Shauna Megan Lammas. Kelly Lang. Emily Megan Ledgerwood. Julia Hyun-jung Lee. Yao Lee. Angie Liang. Jessica Lim Tung Seung. Yudi Liu. Gloria Liu. Grace Christine Lochner. Isabella Lübke. Darren Graham Luneberg. Brooke Xiaobao Lu. Victoria Lin. Amy Ma. Ashlyn Marie Mars. Miranda Grace McCormick. Danielle Helen McNeil. Kaya Sophie Majus. Arnaf Mahajan. Susanna Wing Yang Mak. Fatima Mala. Sofia Constantina Marangozis. Gemily Cadiente Marfil. Sarah Ann Martin. Teresa Mardwa. Gabrielle Matamoros. Kyla Marie Mayer. Joshua David McIntosh. Faith Elizabeth Indiana McIntyre. Manal Ali Mirza. Emily Mello. Harris Miller. Mackenzie Christina Milner. Emma Lee Christine Milson. Matthew Woongin Min. Bruge Michal. Hope Mitchell. Mariam Mumtaz Mumbashir. Ahmed Rami Mohammed Saeed. Kailin Melissa Montoya. Shai Ajith Mulayil. Emily Mora. Denali Tony Murray. Anastasia Almarani Nabila Murti. Nathan James Nadeau. Erin Danielle Soriano Nagut. Mohammed Abdullah Nahuda. Sonika Vinay Nangya. Bilal Naus. Chloe Nasrallah. Avnit Kaur Nat. Theodora Nedic. Iman Melissa Nemar. Dushan Nenadovic. Tsagali Yu Lam Ngoy Gai. Tara Elizabeth Nichols. Liliana Amelie Mojitsa Nieto. Arman Noor Mohammed. Kieran William Knott. Emily Claire O. Oluwa Koredi John Obafai. Madeline May Robles Ocampo. Nelly Okwu Walu. Katrina Wallet. Bianca Nicole Amour Padilla. Emma Lexi Palladino. Rupinder Kaur Palmer. Mia Rose Marie Paquette. Emma Rose Parrott. Ravina Parsa. Kushi Pastaja. April Ann Patarakia. Maitri Patel. Mansi Balmukund Patel. Nami Patel. Vrunda Mukesh Kumar Patel. Bridget Patrickin. Victoria Antoinette Pedano. Anna Peris. Hannah Phillip. Julia Marie Cosme Phillip. Bronwyn Pinero. Cristina Marie Pitillo. Isabella Fernandez Pogere. Arusha Prasad. Kylie Michelle Preti. Alison Victoria Quilty. Huda Rafiq. Anhad Ranu. Aksharya Rai. Irina Rikakolyu. Olivia Danielle Robillard. Ivana Victoria Rodriguez Kuznetsova. Dalia Rojo. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you something happened. Okay, thank you. I don't have it. So after that brief introduction, Dalia Rajoub. Alexandra Joy Shao Russell. Jessica Eugenia Sajevicius. Rebecca Lynn Sakaki. Hannah Sophia Salbi. Mana Ahmed Salman. Saba Salmani. Rinika Sandal. Nicole Joy Santos. Jessica Arlene Emily Saunders. Rachel Alexandra Shinkario. Tyler James Schmidt. Spencer Thomas Joseph Schmitz. Jonathan Derek Schultens. Sophia Scordino. Kaylin Seeds. Michaela Anna Segreto. Andrea Elizabeth Hudson Seguin. Nandita Sinanan. Alisa May Lin Seo. Faheen Shafiq. Zubia Shaikh. Lillian Shannon. Ria Sharma. Sarisha Sharma. Yichen Shi. Priyanka Shuri. Lena Fahim Siddiqui. Lauren Faith Sidhu. Hayden Sim. Radhika Sin. Mithusan Shivaraja. Shangavi Shiva Segaram. Lucas Gabriel Scalin. Melina Solomon. Alessandra Spinosa. Madeline Sachi Standen. Abby Steckley Lace. Abigail J. Stevenson. Holly Stieber. Sabrina Stojanovic. Casey Avery Isabel May Street. Fidelia Suleiman. Arash Sultanzada. Winter Claire Suchi. Ayesha Noreen Saeed. Emily Grace Tabakos. Wanisa Tair. Thanchanok Tanganaruk Pongsa. Anaba Tasnya. Brandon Huang Tat. Karina Thakur. Emily Elizabeth Rose Thompson. Natalie Lauren Thompson. Trent Samuel John Thorpe. Fibushitha Thusayanthan. Maya Nicole Tiffany. Kathy Tong. Kirat Tour. Danielle Top. Daniela Tuma. Amber Tran. Ellen Joyce Troyer O'Connor. Jamie Turner Patry. Renee Twyford. Catherine Mary Ulrich. Trisha Utakai Kumar. Sanhavi Vadivil. Shifa Firozali Valyani. Milo Vandenhoven. Isabella Van Milligan. Julian James Vella. Sabrina Alejandra Viloria Medina. Ryan Vo. Peter Stevan Vucinic. Ruby Wang. Shuja Wang. Valentina Noella Hong Yi Wang. Casey Wang. Yi Ye Wang. Erica Elaine Warner. Sarah Catherine Watson. Natalie Nicole White. Emma Catherine Sindel Whittier. Jonathan Mateo Wieder. Chloe Shivani William. Andrew Williamson. Benjamin Paul Winchester. Eris Wong. Brandon Michael Wong. Leila Elizabeth Wong. Xinyang Wu. Jiayi Shi. Huiyi Yang. Jessica Christine Yemen. Rida Zaidi. Rassam Zakeri. Ashia Zarifyan. Rick Zeng. Shi Zheng. Derek Zhou. Jessica Jani Zhou. Ruiyan Zong. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Applied Science. Jennifer Ann. Najrat Jahan Chowdhury. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Science. Paige Entwistle. Yelena Bogdanova-Kmiecka.
One more round of applause for our newest graduates, the class of 25. I would now like to introduce Jessica Yeeman, a graduate of the degree Honors Bachelor of Science in Biology, Physiology Research program, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
From lockdowns to graduation gowns, we did it. Good afternoon, Chancellor Smith, President and Vice Chancellor Farrar, Provost Hurley, Dean Hernilovic, Dean Parise, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and of course, all the people we're here to celebrate today, the graduates. My name is Jess, and I'm honored to be standing here as this year's valedictorian. Now, when I sat down to write this speech, I stared at my laptop blankly, wondering how I was going to avoid making this feel like the last 5 minutes of a 7 to 10 lecture, when your brain starts to drift towards literally anything else. I wanted to write something that every graduate in this room could relate to in some way, so that's pretty hard to do because there's a lot of us, but I'm gonna try my best. So, if this ceremony had happened back in 2020 or 2021, I have a feeling many of us would be sitting here in our pajamas. You know, if you were like me, your high school graduation may have been a pre-recorded YouTube video watched from the comfort of your couch. No awkward handshakes, no cap toss, just a big lawn sign with your face on it and some photos with some family and friends. But today is different. This is the graduation that we never got. Not only are we celebrating the last 4 years, but everything we've accomplished since the beginning of high school, and that makes today even more meaningful. What makes today even better is that we're here with the people that were once complete strangers, but are now our best friends. These are the people that we've celebrated with, laughed with, also cried and struggled with, but the people that we've grown alongside with these last 4 years. Usually at this point in the speech, someone likes to say an inspirational quote from a philosopher, an author, or historian to help you kind of reflect on your journey. But to be honest, there's no quote that can sum up the journey of everybody in this room because no two of us sitting here are the same. You know, some of us came from big cities, others from small towns. Some from right here in Hamilton, others from across the country or across the world. We all came here with our own stories and our own dreams. You know, some of us walked or biked to class every day, while some of us commuted for hours to make those 8:30s. Some of us were in the lab doing our thesis this year, while others were doing their co-op. We had student athletes, people balancing practices and meets with our schoolwork, while others were doing part-time jobs. We have students who are club leaders, who are building that community inside and outside of McMaster. But despite all of these differences, we still became a community. Because even if you don't know the name of every other graduate sitting in this room, we've all shared this place and these years together. Maybe I stood behind you in the Musk-Timms line for at least 20 minutes. Or maybe we were in the same lab section. Maybe we crossed paths during Welcome Week. Or maybe you sat in front of me in a class. Whether we realized it or not, we've all been a part of each other's stories in the moments big and small that have led us to this day. Here's to the late nights and all-nighters in Thode, fueled by campus coffee and Uber Eats. To first and second year chem labs, where getting anything more than a 10% yield was like winning the lottery. To the Mosaic portal, which taught us patience and the art of hitting refresh 1,000 times on enrollment day. To the flooded sidewalks of BSB Field, which made you question your choice of footwear. And to the campus geese, for teaching us that fight or flight is not just a term that we learned in first year psych or bio, it's a very real decision you need to make on your way to class. Now, I'm sure that many of you have noticed that there's a sign on the Ronjoy Stadium that reads, "Make Mac memories, you belong here." And so I hope that you carry those Mac memories with you for the many years to come. And I hope that you know that you did belong here, you do belong here, and you always have. Now, today might feel bittersweet for some of you, or like the happiest day of your life for others. But no matter what, I hope you feel proud. Proud of the person you were 4 years ago, and proud of the person or everything that you've overcome to be here today. Now, I'd tell you to go out and start changing the world, but to be honest, in so many ways you already have, and the way you've stood up for yourself, and what you believe in, the way you've supported your friends, pushed through the challenges, even when it was really, really hard. It's been a good show. So keep going, keep showing up, keep being yourself, and doing your best, because that has always been and always will be more than enough. Congratulations, class of 2025. You're all amazing. And I just want to say, from lockdowns to graduation gowns, we did it.
Thank you, Jessica. And I would now like to call upon the Acting Dean of Faculty of Science, Dr. Gianni Parisi, who will present the Distinguished University Professor Award and the Burke Memorial Ring.
Thank you, Dr. Hurley. Would Dr. Juliet Daniel please come forward? From time to time, the Senate of McMaster University awards the title of Distinguished University Professor to exceptional members of faculty whose contributions in scholarship and education are truly outstanding. Chancellor Smith, today on behalf of the University Senate, I have the honor to present McMaster's newest Distinguished University Professor, Dr. Juliet Daniel. Dr. Daniel joined the McMaster faculty in 1999 and is now a professor in the Department of Biology and the strategic advisor to the President, Canada Caribbean Institute. She is an associate member of the Department of Oncology in the Farncombe Family Digestive Health Research Institute, who has served on the University Senate, Board of Governors, University Planning Committee, and President's Advisory Committee for Building an Inclusive Community. Dr. Daniel was also Associate Dean Research and External Relations for the Faculty of Science from 2020 to 2024. Dr. Daniel's research focuses on colon cancer and aggressive triple-negative breast cancers, which are most prevalent in women of African ancestry and Hispanic women. Her research has paved the way for improved diagnostic and therapeutic strategies, and she also discovered the novel transcription factor, CASO. An active volunteer in her communities, Dr. Daniel partners with the Olive Branch of Hope Cancer Support Service to organize Think Beyond Love Pink breast cancer awareness workshops. She led McMaster's Women in Science and Engineering faculty group and is a founding member of the African Caribbean Faculty Association of McMaster, as well as faculty advisor to the Black Aspiring Physicians of McMaster. Dr. Daniel is the recipient of numerous honors, including the inaugural Canadian Cancer Society Inclusive Excellence Award, the Black Business and Professional Association Harry Jerome Award, inclusion on the list of Canada's 100 Most Powerful Women by WXN, the American Association for Cancer Research AC3 Team Science Award, Onyx Magazine Woman of the Year, an Honorary Doctor of Science from the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill, and the Barbados Gold Crown of Merit. Today, we add to that list of accolades by adding Juliet Daniel to the roster of McMaster University's Distinguished University Professors. It is my pleasure to present the Distinguished University Professor Award to Dr. Juliet Daniel. Congratulations, Juliet. I would now like to present the Burke Memorial Ring for outstanding academic achievements and contributions to undergraduate activities in a Bachelor of Science program. I'm pleased to announce that the winner of this award is Kevin Ireland.
Congratulations, Juliet and Kevin. I would now like to invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, to deliver his President's Address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winner, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2025, family and friends. One of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to the graduates on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you. We have heard some inspiring remarks at today's conversation, from the beautiful Thanksgiving address from our chancellor to thoughtful and motivating speeches from our acting dean, honorary degree recipient, and valedictorian. Let me add a few final thoughts before we bring this ceremony to a close. At the end of June, I will conclude my term as president of McMaster, and McMaster will welcome its next president, Dr. Susan Tai. So these spring convocations are the last time I will speak to graduates as president, and this is my valedictory too. When I began my term as McMaster's 8th president in January 2020, I had hopes and dreams of what we could accomplish together in my 5 years as president. But within the first few weeks of January, we began to hear reports of an illness causing pneumonia-like symptoms in China. In February, we were seeing the devastating impact on hospitals in small towns across Italy, and by the beginning of March, it was very clear that the COVID virus was circulating in North America. We closed our campuses to in-person teaching and learning on March the 13th. Wherever you were in March 2020, you probably have your own story about what happened next. Unless you were a healthcare worker or another kind of essential worker, you probably went home. You did your best to follow the guidance of our public health leaders. Stay in your bubble. If you go out, stand a hockey stick apart from others, wear a mask, don't touch your face, wash your hands. You probably remember the initial overwhelming support for exhausted healthcare workers and other essential workers in those first weeks of the pandemic. Thank you, healthcare workers, said the signs in the windows and on the billboards. We're all in this together, said our political leaders. The days turned to weeks, the weeks to months, and the virus did not go away in the warmer summer weather as we had hoped. That sense of in this together began to fade. Even more alarming was the rapid decline in trust for institutions. Public health guidance changed as scientists discovered new information about the virus, and that deepened skepticism in some parts of the community, turning social media influencers into seemingly equal authorities on virology and vaccine effectiveness. Here in Canada, we saw that fading trust lead to hostility towards the public health community, and eventually curdle into the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. Suddenly, we weren't in this together. Where there was once an agreement that health is a collective endeavor, we now saw a retreat into the rhetoric of personal responsibility and personal choice. Looking back on the last 5 years, I ask myself, did 2020 change us forever? The pandemic exposed how quickly our medical and social systems can be overwhelmed, despite years of warning from researchers and experts. We saw in real time a long-predicted crisis unfold faster than our institutions could adapt. And this makes other foreseeable crises, such as antibiotic resistance, to climate change, to misinformation, feel more tangible and more urgent. I want to suggest that 2020 acted as a catalyst. It accelerated some existing trends, such as remote work and online learning, and at the same time revealed structural weaknesses, such as disparities in healthcare and internet access. In the aftermath of the pandemic, there is a growing recognition that we are no longer facing discrete challenges, but interconnected crises that can amplify each other. Climate change can drive pandemics. Social inequality can undermine crisis response. Technological disruption can amplify social division. And borders mean nothing to a virus, whether it's biological or a conspiracy theory. For me, 2020 changed many things. The pandemic showed how quickly global systems can be overwhelmed and how interconnected our vulnerabilities are. The pandemic made it very clear that we need for us to be together in person, whether it's in the learning environment, the working world, or in our cultural pursuits. There is something in being together that screens cannot carry. How you shift when you're thinking, the way your hands speak before you actually say words. There's ancient wisdom in gathering and in the simple act of occupying space together, where visible threads weave us into the same moment. We now find ourselves at a precarious time when several global crises are converging. The rise of authoritarianism in major powers adds another layer of complexity to addressing global challenges. In face of these threats, I've found reason for optimism in the conversations I've had with hundreds of students here at McMaster over the last 5 years. You did not put your dreams on hold during the pandemic, but you found inspiring and innovative ways to pursue your goal. You are already working in countless ways to solve pieces of these enormous challenges. You have made lifelong friends. You have built networks, you've volunteered and mentored and discovered your passions, and you have succeeded in a very difficult time. Did 2020 change everything? I think it made you more resilient, more determined, more collaborative. You're not burdened by the traditional assumptions of what is possible or realistic. You are clear-eyed about the urgency of our tasks, and you are ready to lead. My 5 years as president has been different than I had imagined it would be, and perhaps your time at McMaster has been the same for you. But we all came through it. We've learned how to be strong. Especially how to work together. And we are all leaving here with incredible memories of our time. Graduates, congratulations on your achievements. Do good things.
Thank you, President Farrar. I would now like to invite Chancellor Santee Smith back to the podium to deliver her closing remarks.
Yoyanale. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Yoyanale in Kanyakeha translates to well done or great work. And I would like us to all shout it out to everyone in the room today. And it goes like this. The first sound is yo. Yo. Second, yan. Early. And together it's yoyanale. Okay, on the count of three, really loud as you can be. Fill the whole room with our voices. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale! I think we can do better. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale! Well done. Good job. As a McMaster alumna, I look forward to seeing where you all go from here. You are all now graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Jessica, Kevin, Dr. Lefebvre, Dr. Daniel, congratulations on your accomplishments and for sharing your works and your journey to inspire us. President Farrar, you've given us a lot to think about. I am so grateful to have been Chancellor at the same time as you were President. All the best to you. And graduates, take all these wise words that you've heard today with you as you go. Many best wishes to everyone as you take your next steps in your journey. Yoyanale, congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. A few announcements. We invite graduates and guests to visit Wentworth Room C immediately following your convocation ceremony, as there will be a gathering to welcome you as newly minted McMaster alumni. There will be light refreshments for you and your loved ones, and the event will offer a relaxed atmosphere for you to mingle, share some memories, and bask in the joy of your accomplishments while enjoying some coffee and sweet treats. Loved ones, you will be able to meet your graduate at the alumni welcome event after they have picked up their degree. We ask that only graduates enter the degree distribution area. Following the singing of our national anthem, the academic procession and the graduate procession will exit the hall, accompanied by music performed by local Indigenous artists. I would ask that you please remain standing in your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in the singing of our national anthem. After the singing of the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.